Here we are in Grand Bay, Alabama today. This is such a quaint little town out here, but we're right here convenient to Mobile, Alabama, just a few minutes away by interstate. We're right here just down the street is Mississippi. It's such a rural area to live in. Big lots and big houses. It's a USDA zone, so you have zero down, and people are looking for that. The affordability is really good out here. You have a mix of houses. They're even building some new ones out in here just on the north side. So you have a lot of choices here. I love showing houses here. And of course, right this time of year, the birds are out chirping. It's such a nice day to be out, and everything is beginning to bloom and put out again. Oh, the azaleas. The azaleas are just gorgeous this year. It's just a lovely place to be. So we're going to tour Grand Bay today, and we're going to show you different places throughout Grand Bay and a nice history. Of course, we don't have video from the Grand Bay Watermelon Festival. That's the thing to have down here. Bear with us just a few more minutes, and then we're going out to Mason Hill Farm. This is the Oddfellow Festival Park. Grand Bay's little park here, very wooded area, very quiet out here. And they like to say that you just seen, they do have a gazebo. They have other things here other than the Watermelon Festival. This is their ballpark right outside of the festival park. They're really updating it right now. They're about, as you can see, they're dragging the fields and getting them ready to go. So it's springtime in the south, right? This is Sessions Farms, kind of up on above the interstate. This is Greer's Grocery Market. Nice little place. This is one of the drugstores. There's also another drugstore here in town. Kind of like I say, it's a small town, but it's really convenient to the place. Oh, by the way, we're going out to Four Bulls Farm to Table. Well, what a treat today. You know, I'm always in subdivisions and look at beautiful houses. Today, we got a real treat. We're just a few miles off the interstate. We're still in Grand Bay, Alabama. This is what the locals do. This is a local operation here. We own a 100-acre cattle farm today. This is called Mason Hills. It's also called, his slogan is Hills to Mills, not high heels. The hills of the farmland out here, and he's turning those into meals, so it's kind of like farm to table. This is so neat. You have fresh meat coming right out of the Grand Bay area that nobody knows. Did you know this? I didn't know this. I live in Daphne. I work Mobile all the time. But today I have the opportunity to just take a little field trip and just get out of the office and get out of the subdivision and just see how we live in small towns. This is so great, and I'm so wonderful to be out here today. We're going to tour his little shop here as well. It's a retail shop. He sells to a lot of different people as well as different stores and things. And he's going to be here in a minute. We're going to interview him. We're going to find out all about raising cattle and how it comes and where does cows. I have the pleasure of being out here with Mr. Mason today. One of the things I didn't even know about. April's from here and she knows about this. She told me about this place, but I'd really like to just talk to you about 100 acres? How many acres you got here?
Well, there's a few acres here. Hey, my name's Joey Mason, owner of Mason Hills Farm, and that's where we're currently at now. We're at our Four Bulls location at Mason Hills. We have several different locations, as we'll talk about here in just a minute, but we raise all of our animals on our farm, and we have the only USDA-inspected processing facility on our farm, so we control everything from start to finish.
Really? That's so nice. You know, we're in this mode right now. We love to spend locally.
Yes, sir.
Nothing wrong with the big box boards, but I just rather get it locally. And I feel like you've got better control. So how about antibiotics and fertilizer?
Yeah, so our meat is 100% all natural. You can see them out there grazing on the grass. Those are 100% grass-fed beef, and then we grain finish our beef with some other local farms. And we support other local farms too by bringing in, as long as they have their genetics and different things like that. We don't use antibiotics or growth hormones in our products because we really, it's all about what you eat.
I know.
Yeah.
And we're trying to eat natural. Well, I don't look like it, but I'm trying to eat more healthy. So this is really important to us, you know. I'm used to showing subdivisions, but today I get to take a field trip, feels like.
Well,
and I get to see what's going on and how we live locally. And
yeah, and so a lot of the farmland, especially over in Baldwin County and some in Mobile, the farmland is turning into subdivisions.
I know.
And so I started this journey about 4 years ago. I don't have any background in agriculture at all, but I wanted to know really where our beef comes from. And so I studied that, studied our genetics and different things, and really just wanted to hone in on eating clean. And then I built this processing plant here on our farm, and that allows us to control everything from start to finish. 4 Bulls is our store name.
Okay.
And that allows us, we now have the ability to franchise. We have 9 different trademarks under our brand, and we're opening up different stores all through the Southeast so that we can bring this farm to table revolution to the people that live in the subdivisions. And then also out here, this is becoming more like a destination. Like we have smoke on the farm, and we have some different things that are going on here. We have an Easter egg hunt coming, and really we do this because we love the community, and we really want people to be able to come and experience what farm really is.
Man, I appreciate your time. This is so amazing.
Yes, sir.
I just didn't know all this existed here. It's been so great to get to know that. 4 years?
Yes, sir.
You've done all this in 4 years?
Yeah, so we have, and I have a really good team that makes all this happen, and so and I have a lot of time on my hands too. We do other things for a living as well.
Okay.
So we're in the erosion control market, and then we have RV parks that I own, and that allows us to be able to do this kind of thing. And the support that we've received has been really good, and we're just continuing on. We're in the grocery stores now.
So you do mainly meat?
Yeah. So we go ahead.
In your store here, what are we going to see? It's going to be meat.
So what you're going to see is some of the best steaks that you could possibly buy. Ooh. We have dry aged as well. We have pork and chicken, and then we have we make hamburger patties here. We make everything here, and then we added a smoke room where we control barbecue, different pork ribs, different things like that. And so then we take it over to our restaurant and butcher shop over in Ocean Springs, and yeah.
Thank you so much for having us.
Hey, thank you so much. I'm really glad.
We're going to show some B-roll of the store here.
Yeah.
Do that, but man, it's been a pleasure being here.
Yeah.
And
we just talked with Chris with Legendary, and we have April who really settled this up, and she's passionate about making sure that we support local and support individual businesses here in Grand Bay. So she reached out to me yesterday and said, hey, can we come by and do a little interview, tour the farm, and do some things like that? And so I began to ask her. And so if people are on the fence, what I tell them is if you're on the fence about buying a piece of property, you should go ahead and do it, because if inflation hits or if interest rates go down, if you can find a good deal on something, go ahead and buy it, because you're going to be riding the curve. It's historically, your investment's going to increase.
From your personal experience, have you benefited from buying and selling properties?
You know, I think buying and selling properties, people ask, okay, what do you do for a living? Really, real estate is what I do for a living. I buy pieces of real estate like this, and then we add value to them. And so if you can do that, that becomes really, really the best thing you can do with your money. People say, oh, well, get in Bitcoin, get in those things. Those things are really risky. Let me help you with your 401k or those things. Well, I'd rather take a couple $100,000 and put them in a piece of property and then say a year or two be able to sell it for 300, 250, something like that. And so we automatically go ahead and see those gains, and then you get 1031 exchange those into different things and continue just to make it. Or you can borrow against that and go buy you something else. And that's how you kind of create wealth, is to be able to do that. I think for me, we grew up moderately middle class to lower upper class, or whatever, however that's stated. Mm-hmm. And so I started pushing lawnmowers in high school, and now my dad works for me. And so I've built and sold a few companies, and in real estate really has been the best thing that I could do to generate a little more wealth than anything else. So we bought some property 2019. So we bought it pre-inflationary dollars. Let's say you pay $100,000 for this piece. Now it's worth $150,000, $200,000. And so where else can you go to put money that sits for 5 years that you make $20,000 a year historically? And then if you do it right and you have a good CPA, you can take those same investments and replicate them into other things. You're basically using what is called OPM, other people's money, to generate you some wealth and make your spreadsheet and your bottom line look better. As we were just talking, we have 9 different trademarks that are underneath our brand. And like I said, we started this 4 years ago. And what we're trying to do is figure out what the market wants. So whenever you have an animal, the money meat, the meat that everybody wants is this right here. This is a New York strip. This is part of the fillet, and then you have the ribeye. Those are the most expensive and the most highly sought after pieces of meat on an animal. So then you say, okay, what do you do with the rest of the animal? Because this only makes up 1/3 of the animal. You still have 2/3, so you make different brands of products.
When you're looking at this, what makes it a good piece of?
So you have the marbling inside of there. So, right? So the intermuscular marbling, so like this one, you can see that the marbling, this is going to cause it to become more tender and allow the chewability and the texture to really be well. And as a result of us dry aging this product, you're going to get, when you buy from a local farmer like us, I'm not saying that you have to buy directly from us, but as long as you're buying from a local farmer, generally speaking, this is going to age for 14 days. As it's aging in our cooler for 14 days, we're losing 1% moisture per day. So you're getting a 14% better bang for your buck by buying something like this versus buying it in the grocery store.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
The freshness of it,
Well,
the appeal is the
Yeah, it's not only the freshness, but it's also, rigor mortis and different things like that. Whenever it's hanging in there, kind of causes those muscles to contract and causes different things to happen in there. And so it's going to help with the tenderness. But if you don't start with good genetics, like we have, then your final product is going to be not good.
So if I was to come in here and get a family dinner, what
Yeah.
would you suggest for me to come and buy to impress everyone with a yummy, homegrown?
I mean, so we have all kind of different things, right? We have, obviously we have steaks, but we're much more than that. We have twice baked potatoes over here. We've got jalapeno poppers. We have asparagus. We have queso dip, hamburger meat, and so.
And you source local, right?
Yeah, we source local. I mean, obviously the cheese that's in the queso dip is not local, but and the potatoes are a little harder because, but everything is sourced here locally.
Best you can, right? Absolutely.
Yeah, because it's important to us to support our local economy and to give farm to table the rightful place at the table. So like this ground beef, there's a reason why we spent so much money making sure that it was packaged just like this. You won't believe how much it costs to put it in a package like this. So just for instance, here's a little tidbit. First we have to raise the animal, and then we have to process the animal, right? And then we have to make it present well, because you eat with your eyes. So just to put ground beef in a package like this costs about $500,000.
Wow.
And-
For everything you have.
Yeah,
to
so the
do.
machines that make this deal, the machines that make the plastic, because these plastic comes in big rolls for us, and we can custom make any configuration of packaging like this that we want, but it just causes it to fit really well. It doesn't look like a
It
roll.
seems like it doesn't lose a lot too. Like if I were to buy a few and put it in the freezer.
Yeah,
you
it's going to stay. It's going to stay
Yeah.
for a year or more.
Okay. This
Yeah.
is really nice too. I mean, it's just doesn't feel like it would waste.
No,
like
it's
at
not,
the
because it's
store.
vacuum sealed.
Yeah.
Where if you get it from the store, it just comes really loose,
Right.
But this is vacuum sealed, so you can really quick grab and go. And this is 1 pound.
Okay. Very cool. Okay, and then do you want to do you have any like seasonings or anything?
Yeah.
like
So
that?
as our quest to make sure that farm to table is represented really well, we have our own seasoning line. We have about 8 different seasonings from here. I designed all these labels. This is all I do is steak. This is Mike's all-purpose, and Mike works for us. Crab dust, blackened, below the coop. Steak butter, this is everybody's favorite right here. So much so that we get shirts made of that. And then our barbecue pork, this is called Pork Around and Find Out. Swamp Cannon has activated charcoals and ghost peppers in there. And then we have tacos needed. And then we have our own barbecue sauce line right here too. That really pairs well with everything that we do.
Oh, this is amazing.
And so we want our farm to table not just to be, oh, this is you buying a cow, this is this. We want it to be an immersive experience so that you can come out, take a look at what we're doing, see how the animals are raised, and then hopefully come by the store and ultimately hit the cash register.
Immaculate products and variety, definitely. For being local, I'm surprised at how much you have.
Yeah,
to
yeah, and we're down a dirt
Yes.
road, right? So it's like you
Right.
have to know about us. So like only the cool kids really shop here. So become one of the cool kids. Come by, support a local farmer. Thank y'all so much for all the love and support. It really means a lot to me as we are on the road, or not we, you guys are on the road to bring local and make local great again.
Absolutely. We're here to make your dreams a reality. Thanks for checking this out, and don't forget, buy local. Thank you.
We're in rural Alabama, Grand Bay that is. So we're right here, convenient to Mississippi, convenient to Mobile, Alabama. Let me tell you, if you're looking for anywhere in South Alabama, my team and I would love to help you get into your next house. Even if you need to sell one, we can do the same. Call me.